Let's do this. Hi, I'm Auntie Donahue. This is Tarot Talk, where we apply tarot cards to pop culture. This week, we're gonna look at Wonder Woman. Not so much the actress who plays her, but we're gonna talk about the franchise and the character, and all of that pertains to all of it. So, let's not waste any time. Let's begin with the Wild Unknown deck, my favorite deck. But if it's not your favorite deck, that's okay. Grab your cards and let's do this. We'll begin by shuffling, throwing that Wonder Woman energy into the deck. Hooray for everything. Then you're gonna split the cards up. Let's see what the main card is. Oh, the Eight of Cups. Bit of a buzzkill, an emotional card. We're gonna look into this, because I mean, I don't wanna sell Wonder Woman short for no reason. There's gotta be something behind this. The Eight of Cups, stagnation, ill health. The Eight of Cups sends an urgent message to pack your bags and move on. There is no hope of rekindling what's been lost. You must start anew. This card also points to phases of illness and physical stagnation. The message could not be more clear. Nothing good remains for you here. Lift your eyes to the horizon and let your feet lead you forward. Well, that is, as my friends and I like to say, a real BK. Only because Wonder Woman's come under so much scrutiny already. The movie's hardly being advertised. There's been controversy about the fact that like her underarms got photoshopped. She hasn't really been dealt a winning hand. So when you see this card and you think of all the things that she's been through, it kind of makes sense that this is a card of stagnation, sadness, ill health, leaving something behind. So to get a further look, we're gonna do the past, present, and future spread and get a little bit more perspective. Shuffling the deck, very exciting stuff. Wonder Woman, past, present, future, letting it all happen. Throwing these cards down, sorting them through. Here we go. Past, the Four of Swords. Present, the Seven of Wands. Future, the Nine of Cups. Okay, this is a much more hopeful spread. If I was a little girl, I'd like to have a Wonder Woman movie. There's so many Superman and Spider-Man movies. There's no Wonder Woman, none. All we had was a 70s show, and I wasn't even born in the 70s, despite my under eye bags alluding to the opposite. So the past, Four of Swords. Stillness and mental power. Though threatening swords loom above, the Lamb sits in stillness and without fear. The Four of Swords says it's time to look inward and find the mental power to cope with the pressures. It's important to rest. Seek meditation or find literature that focuses on ways to quiet the mind. Take this time to recuperate and move inward before these swords strike. That makes sense when we think about the way Wonder Woman is planned and plotted for years and years, and then had little to no fanfare upon its actual release. So there has to be that kind of surge of mental power, especially to go through the junkets, to go through the premieres, to go through the critical receptions. I like to think of Wonder Woman in this context as being like a person or an energetic figure. The idea of Wonder Woman, the movie, as this like essence and this force and this thing that could mean something to a lot of people, I like that. Think of it as like before the fight, where it's like powering up like a Power Ranger, but not, because that's a completely different franchise. Well, I'll talk about Power Rangers anytime you want me to. Present, Seven of Wands. Courage and inner strength. A single wand stands up tall, ablaze with light. The others fall away in shadow. Such is the story of the Seven of Wands. You'll not find any strength or support from others, only yourself. Time to be truly courageous and stand up for your beliefs. You may feel overwhelmed with caution and fear, but your internal fire will guide the way. I think that's kind of a beautiful analogy when you think about the movie, because she isn't getting support from anybody else, and she is this lone wolf in this massive franchise populated by dudes. When you think about the Four of Swords leading like that mental, the mental strength and like prepping yourself, leads inward where it's this one person, like the lone reed, in the words of Greg Kinnear and You've Got Mail, branching out, trying to find their way, but they're doing it, and they're doing it all by themselves, and it's really successful, and it's very beautiful. So again, if the critics don't like it, or the studio isn't supporting it, let's not negate its worth, because it could actually mean something quite big to maybe a little girl who's watching, or a little boy, or anybody who'd like to see a Superwoman, at least compared to Ben Affleck as Batman. Oof. Future, the Nine of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards to get. It's very serene, it's very lovely. And that makes me happy, because it means that it's not like Wonder Woman's gonna die in the fiery pits of franchises gone terribly wrong. Bliss and harmony. Alas, the card of wishes come true. When the Nine of Cups appears, worries and fears will be cast away. A new phase of peace and harmony awaits. The world seems to be granting your every wish. Good health, happiness, and even material gains are heading your way. Enjoy. So even if there isn't a Wonder Woman movie, we need to look at the legacy that this movie can leave. If it doesn't apply to you and you don't care about Wonder Woman, you don't like her, or you don't like the franchise, you don't like DC, that's totally cool. But you have to think of what movies mean to other people as well. I like to think of this movie as leaving its mark in the sense of telling girls or telling boys, let's not make this gender specific, that movies about women in power in superhero roles can succeed and be something that really matters to them. And then after that enormous explosion of it being on the big screen, and what does it mean, and all the think pieces, and it's left to just rest, and to bring hope, and to be calm, and to just be a thing. So at the very worst, Wonder Woman will be a thing. It'll be a thing that means something to somebody, and I think that's really all you can ask for when you're making a movie. I mean, money too, yeah, but leaving a lasting legacy, kind of bigger deal. Anyways, not to get all zenned out on you guys, but that's what this card does. It's beautiful, and it does a good job of it. That has been Tarot Talk. I'm Auntie Donahue, reading the Wild Unknown cards. Tune in next time when I bring you another treat. Or not. Maybe I'll bring you a basket. I don't know what I'm even saying at this point. See you soon.